What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I think it's been a while ago since I was this early, but here I am, and here we are. Sup, Sinner? Hope you're having a good day so far. A productive one, a good one. Welcome, guys. So, some things have been going on in the market, which is like nice to see, but I think what we're having a look at is, well, I'll get into it, but let's have a look at the TA first, okay? Let's start with the king or the queen, whichever you like to call it. I like to call it the king, but yeah. Okay, Bitcoin. So there is already some hidden bearish divergence forming on the RSI. Like it's I already spoke about these levels, like resistance around 17K. We came to 17,200, fine, but it's pretty much the same, like $190 more. So it's within the same range, price range. So we got rejected. I mean, daily is, well, if let me put this out there, okay? If we see a daily close the way it's looking right now, this one, and people in the chat, Sinner, I've spoken about this candle a few times. Do you remember it now? Let me know in the comments. But anyways, if it closes anything like this, you know what it means. I've spoken about this many times, okay? Especially the recent streams, so all right? So we got this. We are still holding 15.8. Exactly, Sinner. Exactly. I love this. Exactly. If it closes like this, we're gonna be seeing that the market is confused, and it's called the high wave candle. Perfect. I just get the goosebumps when I realize you got it, you memorized it. At least you remember it, That's perfect. Okay, so if it closes like this, we still have around 9 hours to go until the daily close. But if it closes like this, market is confused, and we might see a push higher, at least to 17.5, if not around 18.8. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. It doesn't matter, we're out of the woods yet, okay? Like, I still do not see indications telling us that because of this weekly candle. And like I usually say, when the weekly candle just closes, let's give it, like, it's good to give it some time to mature. You're feeling bullish? Like, let's hope for the sake of the bulls that the universe hears what you're saying, okay? But I'd like to give it 24 hours to 48 hours. Yeah, on daily, yeah. Like, we could see. I'm not convinced yet. Honestly, I'm not convinced yet. Let's see how this one closes. I'm really not convinced yet, because zooming in on the 4-hourly, if you see this center, we already have this hidden bearish divergence in development, and it's on the RSI, so it's it's a bit more stronger, it's more reliable. It's not just on the MACD. Yeah, 14K is gonna be one of those nice moments. Like, definitely get some there. Definitely get some there. Like, I would get some there, like, if I was to play the market. So, but I'm not convinced. Like, I'm not convinced. Let's see how this daily candle closes, because if the market's confused, we might, like, it doesn't mean that the bulls are gonna get control, and it doesn't mean either that the bears are gonna continue with the control. That's why we need to give it a bit of a time to see what's gonna happen, because it's yeah, it's just toying with people right now. Just let's give it time. But on the 4-hourly, there's definitely hidden bearish divergence developing. It's not valid yet, okay, but it's developing. The only way it's going to be invalid is if we close above, at least, to be conservative, I'm going to say at least around $17,600, okay? Let's see on this one. Okay, let's say instead 17,650 to be a bit more conservative, okay? If we can close a 4-hourly above it, okay, this hidden bearish divergence in development can be invalid, but until then, I'd be cautious. Like we are still, closer to the lows, if you ask me. So I'd be very cautious, okay? And when we have a look at the hourly chart, look at this. Look at this doji right here. We had a nice bounce, like literally, if you guys have been watching the stream, Sinner, I know you have. So you know this level has been here for at least since you've been watching the show. And look how it's holding to the dot. Like I love, when support is respected this way. But okay, we had a bullish engulfing candle on the hourly. Looking at the volume, I mean, there was some volume, but nothing, that strong. But we got some volume definitely, but nothing that strong. But then this, look what happened here. So right now on the hourly, we have resistance around these levels, okay? Just to put it out there. So if we were able to hold above, let's say, 16,730, it would have been better. But look at this candle. Look at this candle. Okay, look at these, Japanese indicators. They're telling you a story. They're telling you a story. They're telling you that bulls are getting a bit tired now, you see? So I don't know. I'm still not convinced. We got, sell pressure coming in, looking at the volume as well. So definitely not convinced yet. All I see is a bounce off support, which is nice. But let me look at the 20 period moving average, because on the daily here, we're still far, far away from the moving averages, as you guys can see. But like I said, let's give it 24 hours to 48 hours, and then we'll take it from there, okay? But even on the 4-hourly, like we're far away from the short-term moving average with these settings at least, okay? And on the daily, looking at my other screen, I got bad news for the bulls. The 20 period moving average just crossed today below the 50 period moving average. Just today, okay? So I'm not convinced. I'm still not convinced, even though we're seeing this market is confused. But market is confused can mean anything. It can mean that the bulls and the bears are fighting, but nobody's in control yet. That's what we have to understand. 2-hour candle, of course. Oh, yeah, this was not looking any better. This was not looking any better. Okay, look at this doji, another doji, and well, and see, it's respecting this resistance that I spoke about. Also touched it, and it's going down. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, short squeezes. Yep, Sinner. And look at the interesting thing. Even though it's a 2-hour chart, like 2-hourly time frame, you see this moving average short term, like it's acting as resistance right now. Clear resistance, okay? So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we wicked out of it, but mostly it's been acting as resistance. So I don't know, like I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced yet. Like there's a fight. It's the bears versus the bulls definitely right now, but I'm not convinced. There is some weakness in the negative momentum on the MACD. Fine, okay, but 16.2 looks IMPD mean impressive. Like we broke out of 16.2. I'm trying to find where we can find some short-term support right now. Like there is really none until 15.8 again. Looking at everything, like there is none. Or okay, before 15.8 we do have one, you know, this one I could just stretch it out. But if I do, I'm gonna clog the whole chart. It's already looking a bit confusing, I think, for some. So let's just say between 16.4 to 16.2 again, if that's what you mean, Sinner. But yeah, I mean, major support is still around these, excuse me, around these levels still. My support are 14.7 to 14.3. Let's see, 14.7 to 14.3. I mean, it's still close, you know, to the 14K-ish area. Just keep your eyes on that. And we can discuss charts and, you know, so on in Discord, how you're thinking and so on. It's always interesting to see what others are thinking and brainstorm with them. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. I'm still not confused, even though we see a bit of a confusement going on. I'm not confused, guys. I mean, I'm not convinced, okay? So Ethereum next. And besides, because altcoins have been having a better day, I'm still not convinced like completely that the bottom is here. I think we're gonna notice it on altcoins as well, because right now, I mean, altcoins were fine today. They were fine. They were even doing better than Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. What's the time? Well, here it's 16:24 p.m. UTC, that is 16:24 p.m. UTC +1. Okay, Ethereum next. Just gonna have a sip of water, just a minute. What's the time in Never Everland, Sinner? It's okay, it's okay. You don't have to trade it, but it doesn't mean like if you're into altcoins, especially like it's good to have an eye on what Bitcoin is doing, you know, sometimes. I mean, I'm not one of those what you call Bitcoin maxis, even though I do say that altcoins, most of them are S coins, but I'm not here to marry the altcoins or Bitcoin. I'm just here, you know, to do TA and, you know, talk about trading and all that. Like they say, you know, don't marry it, just trade it. So don't get emotionally attached. Okay, Ethereum. So Yeah, most of them do. Most of them definitely do. That's why I say that it's good to keep an eye on Bitcoin if you wanna, make good moves on altcoins. Just, my opinion. So Ethereum, we got rejected around these levels. I think I already spoke about this, right? Same thing here. If the candle closes anything like this, you guys know that it's telling you the market is confused. RSI is still below neutral. Okay, nothing has changed there. Pink bar on this one, weakness on the negative momentum, but doesn't mean much. There is no hidden bearish divergence anywhere, nowhere I can see at least. Let's have a look at the 12 hourly as well. Same. Keep in mind, if 12 hourly candle closes anything like this is not a good sign, okay? Just saying, just putting it out there. 4 hourly, we got half an hour left, and I do not like how these lines are looking right now. And when I say lines, I mean the candlesticks. I do not like how they're looking. We will see. We got 30 minutes to go, around 30 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Welcome, wannabe MGTO. Welcome to the show. Thank you for subscribing. Like awesomeness. We got, I think, 5 more to go. I don't know, 5 more to go, and it's gonna be 100. So you're literally number 95, if I'm not mistaken. But welcome to the show. I hope you find value in it, and I hope you enjoy it. So sit back and relax and enjoy, okay? So if we close anything like this, I'm really not feeling this right now. We will see. We will see. Okay, but we got rejected at resistance. There is, let me see if there's any support in the short term, and let me look at my other screen just to have a look at the 20-period moving average on Ethereum, since Bitcoin's just crossed today below the 50-period moving average. Okay, so Ethereum, guys, Ethereum is still above the midterm moving average, but price action is still below the midterm and the short-term moving average, and that's kind of bearish. But the good thing is, like, it's holding. The bad thing is it's starting to curl, like it looks like it wants to get below the midterm, okay? That's why I said yesterday that Ethereum has had more strength than Bitcoin. Like, it's not broken yet, but it's about to be broken. Like, let's give it a few days, or not days. Let's just give it, 48 hours, something like that, 40 hours, and see what happens. But keep in mind, it looks like it's curling down at the moment, okay? The 20-period moving average. And if we look at these moving averages, whoa, price is way below the moving averages. Like, short term is below midterm, below long term. All this is bad for the bulls. Like, it's not good for the bulls, okay? And on the 4 hourly chart, let's see now. I'm looking at my other screen, and we do have, like, the 20-period moving average is acting as resistance right now, okay? Price tried to get above it, but right now it is acting as resistance, okay? With these settings, we're not even close yet, as you guys can see. So when it comes to Ethereum, like, I'm going to talk about the short-term, resistance and support levels, and we'll take it from there. There is some support, like there should be some support around 1230, right around these levels. I think I already have a line drawn there, yeah. So we do have, some type of support, but if this gets broken, guys, there's nothing holding us until these levels again. Let's see now. Just hold on. Okay, let's say 1220-ish to 1230-ish, support around that level. We break 1216 to be a bit more conservative. There's no support until these levels again, like literally nothing, okay? This is too much, like too much drawings here. Just let me do this. I don't know if I should hide it to keep the chart clean for you guys. If it's disturbing, just let me know, okay? I can just hide it and I can bring it back next time it's relevant or something. It is relevant right now, but each and one of you watching the show past days have seen this support level even before we got here, so just let me know if it's like disturbing, okay? For me, I'm used to this. The chart actually has much more drawings, but I clean it out for you guys before I come in, before I go live. Perfect, Sinner. Good to hear. Okay, so that's Ethereum. Support here, resistance at these levels. If we break, okay, if we break above 1285 on a 4-hourly time frame, that is close a 4-hourly candle above 1200 and let's say 1295 to be a bit more conservative, okay? Next resistance would be around these levels, like there's nothing around 1345. Still same, all right? So eyes wide open, keep an eye on what's going on, and we'll see what happens. But on the daily range, things haven't changed that much. We're still looking at these levels, you know, as support, as major support. And if we break this one, like I said yesterday, next one will be around these levels. If you look to your right, I hope the price is showing. If you look to your right, you'll see it here, okay? These levels right here. So that's Ethereum. Fine. Are we good to go to the next one? Before I go to the next one, is there anything, chat? Is there anything sooner? Is there anything you'd like me to have a look at? Shoot. Let me know and we can look at it before I move on to the next. You and your altcoins, you know, so we can have a look at it. Unfortunately, I can't do TA on anime. Like I can't, Sinner, I can't. Even if I would have loved to, for your sake, I can't. Should one day I'm probably gonna have a thumbnail with animes, just you know, just to give you a good laugh. It's okay, it's okay. Until then, you know, we can look at altcoins. Don't like no need to be sad. It's fine. Okay, next one is I'd like to have a look at XRP actually. Okay, so did I tell you guys about the bullish divergence developing on XRP, or maybe I forgot? Yeah, I started having a look at high block actually. But I have to read more into it to understand how it works. But I've definitely, you know, watched the video you sent me so far. We can discuss it further on Discord. But yeah, today, like I said, I had some time on me, so I woke up, made a cappuccino, and I sat down and did some research. So I'm definitely gonna get back to you when I know a bit more and let you know if I think it's you know, interesting, not interesting, useful, not useful. Okay, so XRP, there is hidden bullish divergence, as you guys can see. At this point, look at this point, look at this point right here, and look at this point. Or I can just do this for you guys so you guys are like with me, so you are following, okay? We gonna color this white, yeah. And then we can do this. Okay. So there is some type of hidden bullish divergence, going on when it comes to XRP, guys. Um, thing is, if there's, I can remove this, guys, now. I just wanted to show you. Thing is, if if we close anywhere below 0.31, okay, it's gonna be invalid. It's gonna be invalid, okay? I'm putting it out there right now. It's gonna be invalid. The interesting thing with XRP is we do have some nice support around these levels. All this is like support, this box right here. So we'll see if there's demand. If there's demand, we might see a bounce, but we'll take it level by level. The daily candle, if it closes anything like this, same. This is not a high wave candle. Okay, this is a doji. We'll see what happens. Well, it is a high wave candle. I take that back. Okay. And on the 4-hourly, wait, let's have a look at the wannabe MGTO. Had to wait a little bit before responding. Thanks for having me. I'm always looking for people knowledgeable on crypto trading. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you find, value and the contents that I bring knowledgeable. It's hard to judge like a person you start watching the first 2-3 shows, but hopefully in time you'll have an idea of how I do TA and so on, and then you can be the judge for yourself. But I would definitely not be here and streaming if I wasn't if I didn't think I was bringing knowledge to the table. Like, there are many other platforms I can go and sign up to if the idea was to do something else. So I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you found your way here. And we do have a Discord channel where we have people like Sinner, like throwing his good vibes, and I think another person. It's pretty new. Okay, so Sinner is one of the OGs that joined the group first, so I think he can show you the way around. But if you want to join, you're welcome to join there, like after the stream. And so sometimes we continue the chat there, so you're welcome. I think the link is still in the description. I haven't removed it. So yeah, welcome, wannabe. I appreciate the subscribe, and I hope you enjoy the streams. Okay, guys, so like I was saying, daily on these settings, moving average is still way above the long term and midterm. And what's interesting is I see that the midterm is trying to curl above the long term. Okay, that's not bad. Let me have a look at my other screen and see what's going on with the 20 period moving average as well as the 50 period moving average. Okay. Okay, not as good. Looks like, I mean, the short term is still above the long term, but it's below the midterm. This is on the daily, okay? And looks like it wants to curl below the long term as well. None of this is good for the bulls, okay? We'll see what happens. And on the 4-hourly chart, look at this. This is let me just zoom in just to be sure. Okay. So we got this type, some type of bullish divergence, okay? Like it's not the classic one, but it's definitely there. Look at this, definitely there, okay? So it happened around support. Now I see why we bounced a little bit, and it's on both the oscillators. Fine. So this is not bad. This is not bad. Thing is, we still can't break above 0.36, 0.3599, whichever. If we can do that, like if we can close a 4-hourly candle above 0.36 at least, okay, just a minute, let me update. If you can close anywhere above these levels, because we got resistance at these levels right now, then we could see it like come back and retest at least 0.38ish, okay, 0.4 levels. That is if we can close above 0.36 on a 4-hourly time frame, okay? Because I do see that positive momentum is starting to build, like on XRP. So we gotta give it a bit of a time to see what's going on. Looking at the hourly chart, we got rejected at resistance, literally. Look at this. If you wonder why, look left, old support, new resistance, okay? I can't draw a line, but you guys, I know you know what I mean. Let's not clog the chart even more than it is. So we got rejected at resistance, guys. So we do have a pullback, but we are at some type of support right now. If we lose this support right here, okay, fine. We lose this, there's no support, and this is on the very, very shorter time frames, okay? There's no support until 0.32, 0.3 levels again. Like literally around these levels, like there's nothing holding us, 0.32-ish, okay? So that's XRP, you know, the levels we need to break to the upside, you know, to see a bit more push, and you know, the levels we need to hold for that to happen as well. And you know what's gonna happen if this level, this support right here breaks? Then we're going back down to these levels, okay? So that's XRP, interesting. What else? What else? Chat, if you have anything in mind, anything you think we should have a look at, shoot. Just shoot and we will. Solana, this is for Sinner, okay? Solana. So, buddy, if support break, I long. Wait. Are you talking about Solana right now? And do you mean this support, or what support are you talking about? I think it's a confused day in Never Ever Land, Sinner. If support break, you long. If resistance breaks, you short. Yeah, well, you know what they say? Buy high, sell low. Solana is still holding this support, okay? On a serious note, Solana is still holding this support right here, okay? I like this hammer that we got here, but thing is, do you see how we are being rejected by this resistance line right here? It is being respected to the dot. Resisted, like past 4-hourly candles, both of them, we got rejected around these levels on both, okay? Like, unless we can break above, 15, just to be a bit more conservative, unless we can break above $15, close above $15 on a 4-hourly candle, we won't we won't be able to see, you know, probably 16.5. I'm not gonna talk about higher prices, but 16.5 to 18-ish, 19-ish dollars. Then we might, you know, see a move if we break above this one. But until then, it's closer to support than, you know, these resistance levels or profit taking levels at the moment. So I'd be a bit cautious. When Solana $80, well, you know, that's more, you know, that's a bit more fine. Like when you talk about when Solana $80, I don't know, but some people are even wondering when Solana, believe me, they're talking about when Solana $250 right now. Imagine, so $80 is like, it makes more sense than $250 when we can't even break above $15 right now at the moment, okay? And look at the weekly. Look at the weekly. Keep in mind, guys, we have a bearish engulfing candle on the weekly. Like, this is not a joke. There's nothing. That's why I'm focusing on the short term right now, you know, to midterm, because looking at the weekly long term, it looks like chaos. So we got 12 minutes left until the 4-hourly candle is closed. It's gonna be interesting to see what Bitcoin does, because I do believe it is some type of bull trap. Because the thumbnail, why I brought it back, it's because people were talking about Bitcoin, you know, being a bear trap around 15K. It's funny though, you know, it went from bear trap to bull trap real fast. So Solana, we're still below all moving averages on the daily, I suppose. Nothing has changed since yesterday. No. Same thing on the 4-hourly, which is bad for the bulls. Okay. Looking at my other screens, like I do see that the 20-period moving average is acting as resistance at the moment. Like literally right now, as I speak, it's acting as resistance. Okay. So like I said, if we can't even close above $15 on a 4-hourly, we won't be able to see $18, okay? Like $18 to $19. It's gonna be a difficult time getting to these levels. And support still, it's holding fine, but if this breaks, if we close anything below $12, you guys know, like next one would be around $9, and eventually if we break this, eventually see around $5 still. 5.2-ish, $5, same, all same, okay? Soon everyone will trap, literally. That's why it was a good timing when he said like, this is a good time for me to go live, even for you, because I was looking at the chart and I was like, I wonder if people are like going all in right now because they think that, you know, it's time, like the bottom is in. So I was like, okay, this is probably another trap. It's just, you know, bounce off support. And not only that, CZ actually had something to do with this. I don't know if you know about this, but I can let you guys know what's been going on. So around 9 hours ago or 10 hours ago, CZ tweeted that, and I quote, he said, to reduce further cascading negative effects of FTX. Let me just bring it out, just a minute. Much easier. I hope you guys can see it. Okay, you guys following? So he said to reduce further cascading negative effects of FTX, Binance is forming an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong, but in a liquidity crisis. More details to come soon. That in the meantime, please contact Binance Labs if you think you qualify, okay? And then he continues to say, also welcome other industry players with cash who wants to co-invest. Crypto is not going away. We are still here. Let's rebuild. People saw this and they were like, okay, it's time. That plus us being at support when it comes to Bitcoin and many other, even altcoins, many other altcoins were at support levels, and some were even showing this hidden bullish divergence, in play, like developing hidden bullish divergence. You cook all, like you put all those ingredients in a pot, you know what happens? No one can predict top and bottom, impossible. Yeah, but there are a lot of people do. A lot of people do. Like some get it right, some don't. But I agree with you. Like it's not that easy to predict bottoms and tops. That's why I say, like me personally, I'd rather see, like I have an eye on the market daily, so I'd rather have an eye on if I see any reversal signals, any major reversal signals on a daily level, even weekly level. Like we can't count for hourly like that, but yeah, it's called luck. So I'd rather be on the safe side. I just don't want to, act like it's like what's gonna happen in the future. We don't. That's why I said, like, the way things are looking, I'm not convinced that the bottom is in, but I always say we never know what happens with the market. Like we didn't know what was going to happen with FTX. We had no idea. um some smart people knew what was happening with what was going to happen with Luna, and what was that thing they had, USD? Nah, I think it was UST, if I'm not mistaken. Luna's the thing that was pegged to Luna. I think it was USD, if I remember. Remember last year people were calling 100k those those mother fathers. Yep, I know. Like I feel sorry for people buying at the top. I really feel sorry for people buying at the top. But like I said, um, it was pretty clear to see like there was some type of top forming here. There was. Now you see, yeah, Sinner? I think I spoke about it yesterday too. There was some type of indication that a top was forming here, especially on the daily. If I don't, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, especially on the daily, okay? Weekly, definitely. Like, it was just about, being careful and not, listening to all those people hyping left and right, 500k today, 100k soon, $1 million soon. I mean, there were indications telling us be careful, like be very careful. We saw it on the Japanese indicators, we saw it on the divergences, okay, we saw it on volume. Like both Western and Eastern indicators were telling us be cautious. Imagine going all in at these levels. Like it's like going all in when it was at 20k, and then that horrible, winter came. It's kind of the same thing, but at least spot. If you went all in spot, it's a bit better than being like going all in with leverage at these levels, because um you're probably wrecked right now. Bye bye. Money gone, bye bye, flew out just like that. It's like watching it burn, literally. And I know some influencers on YouTube, like I've seen shorts, and I was laughing, but then I felt bad for laughing because I was like, people make mistakes. But I was laughing a little bit when I saw them, go in with millions of dollars at the top with full leverage around like leverage was 12x or 15x. I mean, that's a lot when prices are around 70,000, But I laughed a little bit, then my heart went out for all of them. I was like, that's not funny. Like I feel for them. I hope they're back on their feet. It's been a while. I've seen those shorts. You know how sometimes YouTube has a tendency to recommend these types of videos? So I looked and I was like, wow, wow, unbelievable, unbelievable. But the audacity of people telling people to get in, that's what makes me mad. If you want to go in yourself. But why would you hype people when it's around $70,000 talking about 100K? Back then, I don't even understand charts. See yourself, sinner. I want to see something. See yourself like 1 year from now. Because 1 year before, or in the beginning of the year, you don't know a lot about charts, right? And look where you are today. You have a bit more, meat on your bones. You have a bit more better understanding. You have respect for TA and so on. Like, don't be mad at yourself. It takes time. Like I said, it takes a lot of time. It takes patience. It takes a lot of study. It takes a lot of study. Like, it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit down and go like, oh, TA is easy, trading is easy. But when you get like a feeling for it, like when you start to understand it, that's when the good times begin. Okay? And not every day is a good day, and not every trade is a winning trade, but at least it's still like you're learning from it. That's why I told you that if you're a beginner, trade a lot, but do a lot of paper trading, like, and do not use a lot of leverage. Like, I'm telling you from experience, like, do not do that if you're a beginner. Okay? That's true. Even a couple of months ago, I didn't know anything about charts. And here you are because you respect TA, you see? Like, you guys have to see, look back and go like, I didn't know much then, and think about what you know today. And then a year from now, like, if you're in the right path, which I believe you are, a year from now, it's only gonna get better, okay? Like, I'm not kidding you. Like, I've been there, I've been a beginner, I've been a noob, I've gone through a lot of mistakes. I locked myself in, I think, for 2, 3 years, and I did nothing but study, literally. Study and experience, training and experience, nothing else. So look ahead. Like, there are people, believe me or not, there are people that think technical analysis is gambling. Think about this. They think technical analysis is gambling. So when I say you guys are in the right path, you're definitely in the right path, okay? Failure equals success. Yeah, like, failure is also experience. Like, you learn. Currently, I do a lot of paper trading, and yes, I burned through a lot of accounts because of high leverage. You want to be like, I'm not a financial advisor, but because I feel like it really, feels in my heart when I hear that people burn their accounts. And I know like everybody wants to make money and not lose money. Just an advice, okay? See it as a friend to a friend. Just an advice. Like, this is what I would tell my friends. Do not do leverage. At least if you're gonna do leverage, like, don't use high leverage. Don't. I mean, when it comes to spot, at least you have your, your coins. They're still there. But leverage is high risk. It's high risk, especially when you're a beginner. When you have experience, no worries. That data I trust most more than TA. Well, there we collide a bit, Sinner. We collide a bit because if you ask me, data is also a tool of TA. Like, data is also another tool of TA, okay? But if you ask me, um, would I go for the Eastern indicators and Western indicators like before data? I'd probably go with Eastern and Western, but I definitely combine data if I have, knowledge in that area as well. That's why I told you, like, it's not bad to study this, study that, and then combine, and then that's how you're gonna find your trading style, okay? But definitely, like data is also a tool, like it's within the family of TA. Data plus TA equals good game. Definitely, I can believe that too. That's why I have like interest in getting, more knowledge when it comes to that as well. And luckily, a bit more when it comes to that than me. So you're showing me the way. And if I find it interesting, I am gonna start, talking about it, in the streams after I study it. Until then, I'm not gonna say anything. I always have to study things and, you know, um, experience it for myself, trade it, like, all that. After that, we'll see. So, guys, buddies, friends, 4-hourly candle just started, and look at this. Will you look at this? We'll see what happens, but things are not looking that convincing. Like, I'm not convinced yet. Um, Besides, we got 8 hours to go. 4-hourly not looking that nice. 3-hourly same. Hourly same. I mean, fine. Volume is kind of declining, okay? But I don't see anything like indicating like we're good to go. Not yet. Um, let me have a look at the 55-minute as well. I usually also look at this one. I don't know if you guys do, but especially when it comes to altcoins, believe me, it's not bad to have a look at the 55-minute time frame, okay? So we got this doji. We got this doji, as you guys can see. See what happens, but not convinced. Me is not convinced yet, and that hidden bearish divergence that I was looking at got me a bit mm, more not convinced. Liquidity. Yep, yep, yes, sinner, indeed. Okay, so like we said, seems like this support between 16.4 to 16.2 is trying to play out right now as well. Guys, I'm gonna stretch it just because you guys can follow. I'm sorry for all the drawings, like clogged chart, but just so you guys can have it here and understand what's going on. I love the wicks to the upside, but price action is still below this mid, short-term moving average as well. PA plus liquidity equals good game for me. Well, wait, what is PA? Like, I'm not following. Do you mean to say TA? Is it a typo? Guys, just a minute. I'm just gonna answer a call. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. Gonna put on the 10-minute chart for you guys. It's a bit more interesting, when I'm just gone for a minute or two. But gotta take this call. Just a minute. Yeah, resistance around, I gotta say this before I take the call. Resistance around 16,678 to 16,700, okay? Just so you know, Okay, be right back. Oh, price action, okay? Okay, Sinner, got you. Um, I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes. I gotta take this call. Just a minute. They've been calling a few times now. Sorry guys, I'm back. Took a bit time. I got some people coming over any moment soon, apparently. So friends. So yeah, um, a trading Bitcoin. Hello, anybody else here a trading Bitcoin? What is that? Wanna be MG? Wanna be? I'm just gonna call you wanna be, okay? Um, what is that? I don't think I've heard of it. A trading Bitcoin. I mean, we know about trading Bitcoin, but you gotta be a bit more specific so I understand what you mean, okay? I'm probably gonna come back and do a live tonight too as well. But until then, let's look at some altcoins as well and see what's going on. Um, quant, I don't see anything that interesting right now in quant. Let me see if we have something interesting. Like Japanese indicators, I do not see anything interesting, okay? But when it comes to the divergence, there is hidden bullish divergence in play right now, okay, on both oscillators. Okay, so it's in play, it's not valid yet. The moment we close any daily candle below, let's say $90, it's gonna be invalid. Okay, $90. To be a bit more conservative, let's just say $87 around these areas, it's gonna be invalid. But right now we do have hidden bullish divergence that is developing on quant. Okay, yeah, maybe one day I will, maybe one day I will. It's gonna be a bunch of you know girls probably then, but probably will. Like, we'll see when the moment comes. There is hype in the stream, like more viewers, and so might, you never know, might do a Saturday fun stream. But I have to warn you guys, like they have no idea about TA, like nothing, okay? But they're definitely fun, definitely fun. That's even good, lol. Yeah, I can imagine you think that's good, Sinner. Okay, so we do have hidden bullish divergence in quant, like I was saying, fine. And we are losing, weakness in the negative momentum, at least in this bar when it comes to the daily. I can have a look at my other chart and see if there's anything special going on with the moving averages. Well, the 20 period moving average like curled below the midterm 2 days ago. Okay, so that's bad for the bulls. Yeah, bad for the bulls. We do have resistance when it comes to shorter time frames. Let me look at the 4 hourly chart. We do have resistance around 112 fish to $115 around these levels, okay? But if we can break that, see eventually around next resistance, which would be around $124, somewhere around these levels. And if we can break that one, there is nothing holding us until $135. I think I've already spoken about this yesterday, but I don't see anything major that is indicating any reversal at the moment, except like 4 hourly. There is also, hidden bullish divergence on the RSI, another good thing. But looking at the Japanese indicators, I do not see anything implying that. We will see if this daily candle closes like this. If it does, market confused, obviously. Okay, bears and bulls fighting. We'll see how it ends up. But until then, we'll take it easy. At least you have friends to chill. But you see, life without, people, like good people, it's really not, that fun. You have to, how can I say this? Spending time, with loved ones, close people, um close people are important. Like I know, we live in a world where money runs most of the things, but you gotta put a little bit of sweetness in life as well, and that comes, with things that no money can buy. Okay, it could be your loved ones, it could be the love of your life, I don't know, like anything like that. It could even be, just hanging out with people and doing, good deeds. Like, just depends on what type of person you are. Sinner, I think you choose anime over, hanging out, if I'm not mistaken. But sometimes it's good, to come out, from your box and, do other things. Okay, so that's quant. Still, major support is around these levels. This is a key level. This is a very key level. We break anything below this one, we're going much lower. But we will get to it if and when this support is broken. Okay, because we really have nothing holding us until like $40, $50. It's okay, as long as you find enjoyment in it, it's fine. Sinner, as long as you enjoy it, it's fine. As long as it brings you joy in general, it's fine. So that's quant. Okay, next we can have a look at Cardano, since I don't know what's been going on with Cardano. And then Matic, and then I'll call it a show for today. Well, at least till the daily candle close, okay? So, Cardano. nothing, like nothing good going on with Cardano. I cannot say anything, like I don't see anything that's interesting when it comes to Cardano. We do have some hidden bullish divergence like developing on the RSI on one of the oscillators, okay, not both, one of them. But looking at the Japanese indicators, and we still have negative momentum on the MACD. We are way far, we're far off from the moving averages. I can have a look at the 20-period moving average as well for Cardano and let you guys know what's going on there. Yeah, like on the daily, short-term moving average is below mid-term and long-term, which is bad for the bulls, good for the bears. But we are at support levels, okay? I should stretch this down a little bit. Let me do this. This is the first time I'm like tweaking support live. So we do have some support around these levels. If this one breaks, even eventually around 0.25, like there's nothing, literally nothing, look left, nothing holding us until these levels, okay? So we will see what happens. We'll see what happens. But that's Cardano. Resistance to the top, like to the upside, is around 0.37. If we can close a daily above it, see eventually around these levels, which would be around 0.42 to 0.44. Hold up. Before that, we need to break. I take that back. Before that, we need to get above 0.3866. But it's so close to 0.42. You guys get the idea, okay? But these are the levels, like resistance levels or profit-taking levels. And this is the support that we have. And if we break that one, we close any daily below this one, see eventually around 0.25. Cardano is one of those that have been, when set up tour. Well, let's I think maybe I don't know, like, but maybe like if channel blooms, okay, if there's hype in the channel and like we got some good people, like interesting people, like you guys joining Discord and so on, maybe like maybe that will be something to discuss in the future. We will see. Like I think it would be interesting to have to see how you guys in Never Ever Land, I know you know who I'm talking about, in Never Ever Land live. So it could be a discussion we can take up in the future, definitely. So that's Cardano, my friends. Looking at the 4-hourly chart, nothing nothing different from the daily, really. There is no hidden bullish divergence or whatsoever. Like when it comes to Cardano, I'd rather focus on the daily because looking at the 4-hourly, it's a bit chippy choppy, so I don't know. And Matic, it's been one of those projects that has been doing fine price wise, okay? I mean, since June, when everything has been going left, this was the only one going right. And we had this beautiful bull flag that played out. So we went higher. We came to targets, resistance areas, respected. But right now it's looking a bit tired. I mean, looking at this weekly candle, it kind of looks tired. There is no hidden bearish divergence on the MACD, but there's definitely one on the RSI. So the only way it's gonna be invalid is if we can break above $1.7. If we break above $1.7, then the hidden bearish divergence here is invalid. But until then, it's developing, it's there, and on top of that, you see how the short-term moving average is trying to curl below the mid-term on the weekly, and looking at the daily, like it's still okay, but let me have a look at the 20-period moving average on my other screen, just a minute. Yeah, it's definitely been playing out better than Sol, that we have to admit. Okay, 20 period moving average is still above the midterm and the long term. So 20 period moving average, just to be more precise, so you guys are following, is above the 50 period moving average, okay? Which is good for now, but doesn't really tell me that the bulls are in full control, unfortunately. Because looking at this price action, it's not that fine. But if we see a candle close like this today, it could mean like that the bears are losing steam. I'm not saying the bulls are gaining control, have control, but the bears are losing steam. So next candle, it's gonna be interesting if this one, if and only this one closes the way it's looking right now, okay? Otherwise, support is still around like these levels, okay? Um, 0.8 to 0.76 areas around these levels. I should probably stretch this one a bit to the downside so it's more clear for you guys. So this is the daily. There is still, at least on the MACD, we got some hidden bullish divergence in play, like developing, okay? It's not valid yet, but it's developing. But the moment if we close anything below $0.81, it's gonna be invalid, guys, okay? Just so you are aware. Looking at the 4-hourly chart, moving averages are curling, like it looks like they want to curl down. That is not good for the bulls. And looking at my other screen, we already like on the 4-hourly time frame, it's already below, short term is already below the midterm, and it's starting to curl below the long term, okay? This is not a good sign for the bulls, but we'll see if support holds around these levels. We'll see. If it does, you might see some sideways action, because weekly is looking troublesome, but we might see some sideways action, because definitely been one of those coins that has showed strength, when a lot of things have been looking weak, okay? So 4-hourly time frame, if we can break anything above, let's say 0.96, if we can break anything above 0.96, I should do this so you guys follow. Okay, we break anything above these levels, see you eventually around $1 to $1.1. I know it's not a big difference, but I'm trying to give you my unbiased, TA opinion, what I see. So it doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter if I think it's not a big difference. I'm still telling you what I see when it comes to TA, okay? So that's the next resistance that I'm looking at. If we can break above 1.1, even on a 4-hourly, there's not much holding us until these levels again. Like really, okay? So we will see what happens with Matic. We do have positive momentum starting to build on the MACD. Okay, that is not bad. But, this can just snap and turn and go bye-bye on us. So we gotta see what happens with the Japanese indicators and the Western. But yeah, that's Matic. The levels to the downside when it comes to support, the levels to the upside when it comes to resistance, and what we have to break above to see a push, a bit push, okay? So chat and friends and everybody else that is gonna be replaying this video later. But first of all, chat, thank you for keeping this, stream alive and fun and motivating even for me, to go live. Thank you for being here. I appreciate each and one of you, and thank you for the likes Thank you for tuning in, and the subscribes, the new ones as the old ones. Remember, do the opposite of what Caroline said. I know she said that stop losses are nothing she uses, but please, please, like it's all about risk management at the end of the day. Like if you lose money, it's not it's not good. But I'm not saying you can't lose money ever. Losing money is okay, but try to cut your losses. Try to cut your losses so it's not a big, chunk of money you lose, okay? Hence, we talk about stop losses, okay? So, thank you for tuning in. If you find value in this content, keep on sharing, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Most importantly, hit the bell to be notified before I go live or release another video, okay? Until then, take care of each other, take care for me, and good night, and have a nice day, whichever it is, wherever you are, Never Everland and the rest of the world, okay? And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Good night, Sin.